about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody move.
We are in a state of emergency. Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go. Free your mind.
Hey, my brother, you know I had to call you and thank you personally again. I cannot describe to you how happy I was to meet you in person finally. That was just like amazing.
Self, and you don't realize it. You don't realize it that God has been imprisoned. The devil was able to imprison God. So right inside your own self, your God self has been imprisoned, and you have a false sense of self running rampant inside the temple. This is why, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
We have to bring reality's temple here on earth. Reality's temple here on earth, because
Yes, sir.
we have to realize the enemy is running rampant inside this temple, and we have to recover.
And things on paper that say, if you do this, we're going to punish you by incarcerating you, and you break them and you're dumb enough to get caught, then you're just dumb.
All right. Shout out to Reality's Temple in the building. Well, just for my, I got to get him on here, man. You talk about somebody polarizing. Whoa. that brother is, I'll leave that alone. Shout out to the brother, though. Just
To ring out in perfect harmony, Terry Ellis becomes the first of the divas to offer the world her singular sound. And she does just that on Southern Gal.
Peace, prayer, and knowledge.
I'm Soul Sister J.
I'm Soul Sister D.
And I just wanted to say thank you for all the people who helped to the medical fundraiser for my uncle Taalik. And it has been so much to us that you would help, because without you guys, his life would not be possible and we would not be with him today right now. And I just wanted to say, for all of you that helped and that donated, I would really like to give a big thanks, and I hope that I can meet you one day and say thank you in person. I love you guys, and next.
I trust that feeling. Does anybody have any questions of me before I get out of here? Let's see what you guys are saying. What's up, Soul Sister Rona? Hey, Taalik. I'm the brother that did Mike Jackson in Tunica, Mississippi. Hey, now. Hello to Terry. Respect. Bless up. Bless up. Bless up.
Come on. Assemble the people. Come on. We will not be defeated by witch doctors' illusions.
Everybody who is black and interested in black people, let us sit down and find out how we can get together in one direction against one enemy and accomplish this job overnight.
In the year 2019, black folks continue to go through the change rather than direct the change. A community activist named Taalik Ibn'rad has made an appeal similar to what Sam Cooke was asking for. A change. It's said that the meek shall inherit the earth. We ask when. When will the landlords give the meek a free lease? Mr. Ibn'rad is humbly asking for the state of Mississippi. This is Dusty Basement Studios, and we approve of this message.
And that is Brother Taalik from the Reality Temples on Earth channel. And if you get a chance to subscribe, please do subscribe to his channel. He's a good brother. You know, he's doing good work, and he wants to do good constructive things. He has good information to provide. So please do check out his channel if you get a chance.
Welcome to the Reality Temple on Earth. My name is Jeroen, and I would like to say that Angel Snub7 isn't a racist at all. He's a good friend.
But you, a lot of your video content to me was very informative. You know, the things you talked about had substance, man. And I first really knew about you because of JT Rowley 1, Real Nigga News, and you and him got into a conflict with each other. And when I did my website, you were the only brother, and let me stress that, because when I did that website, blackcommune.net, and I did a video and I asked the black YouTube community, the so-called black YouTube community, to give me your videos, because at the time a lot of brothers were getting flagged and videos taken down. So I said, you know what, you can put your videos on my website so that the message can still be heard for all to hear. You know, something like, you know, a little I made that website for everyone, but you were the only one that gave me permission to use your videos, and I thought that was very honorable of you and really a testament to how much you cared about the black community.
My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody.
We are in a state of emergency. Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go. Free your mind.
What dear?
Cause I keeps it real like that. I keeps it real.
Just keep it going.
Ride. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started quickly.
All right. Well, I just wanted to make like a couple of comments, points, because your topic is traveling, and living in the cities. And I just wanted to make a few points before we close out here on the topic that you chose to talk about tonight. The first point is about these cities. City dwelling is very detrimental to human beings. They did an experiment with rats, mice. As long as there was sufficient food, as long as there was sufficient space, the rats did well. As long as they had plenty of water, space. I want you to remember that word, space. We need some space. Whenever you go out into the field, those of you who grow plants or you familiar with the garden, you have to give those seedlings space. It's important for us to have our space, our room. So what they did, they began to add other mice to the dwelling. And they put, so the rats or the mice start living on top of each other. And that began to cause unnatural behaviors in the mice, the rats. They start fighting each other. There was a lot of stress, so much stress. They was losing fur. The place became really, really filthy. Fighting over food. It was all messed up. This is what you see in all the different cities when you put people on top of each other. This type of situation causes crime. You got strangers, you got individuals living on top of one another, and basically they turn into something they normally might not do if they had sufficient space. You have people looking at your daughters, your children, the predators, and gambling and sex trafficking and drug use, all kinds of stuff in the cities like that. Of course, this is 2021, and now even in some of the rural areas, they suffer the same plague, drug addiction and all the type of things. But that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case when I was growing up, because I grew up in the rural area of Mississippi. And that wasn't the case. People were more neighborly. I mean, we had a lot of space. I'm very sure Talib, he can testify, because his people lived in the rural areas also. And they lived, you know, it was space between houses. Everybody wasn't on top of one another. And it was a better situation because, you know, most of the time you knew your neighbors. They was a little way, but you was far away, and you developed this camaraderie with all your different neighbors because everybody had their space. It was much, much different. So city dwelling is not only detrimental for soul brothers and sisters. City dwelling, the way that it's designed and the way we look at things, is just detrimental, period. But the cities and these things began to happen upon the event or the creation of what we call civilization. When we became civilized, when the human being was nomads, traveling, hunters and gatherers, didn't have problems like this. When we were nomads, or even when we lived in our small villages, didn't have problems like this. But when you get people in a limited amount of space fighting over the same resources, you asking for trouble. And the Africans or the Pan-Africans, these pro-black folks, they're proud to talk about, we created civilization. That's nothing to brag about, because upon the creation of what we call civilization, which there's nothing civil about it, civilization was created by violence. It was not nothing civil about civilization. You put people on top of one another, and you deny people the right to grow my own food, get my own water. You put people in a situation where now they have to depend on others or the government or those in charge to give them their water, their food. When we were hunters and gatherers and we were living a jungle life or a savage life, as they say, there was no grocery stores. You got whatever you wanted to out in the forest, out in the field. You went out there, you shot your deer, antelope, or whatever the hell it was. You go out there and gather your free vegetables that was growing wild out there. Now you're limited to certain vegetables because all the vegetables and fruits that you get now is domesticated. All of it. And I don't know why these vegetarians brag about, I eat vegetables. You a slave, your vegetables is a slave, everything about us is slavery. Do you know how many species of fruits and vegetables that's out there that we don't even know nothing about, that we don't eat at all? how many native species of onions and different kinds of vegetables that grow wild. They say in, I think it's San Diego, there's enough wild vegetables to feed the homeless population there. They land on their food and don't even know it, because we've been programmed to go to the grocery store and get the domesticated stuff that's grown on these mechanical farms. We have no knowledge of the natural fruits and vegetables that's growing wild every day, probably in your yard, that you say, that's a weed. But the native people, but prior to our modern civilization, that's what the people was living off of. One of the number one plants that we call a weed that we could survive off if we needed to, is what you call the dandelion. I know when I was growing up, my people was eating the hell out of dandelion. Dandelion wine, dandelion greens, and a whole lot of, what's that, they call it poke salad. It's a plant, you got to know how to cook it. Don't eat the berries, but you got to know how to cook the plant. And my grandfather, they used to go out and shoot squirrel and possum. Now they got us chicken and whatever they offer in the, people don't even eat deer no more. That was a main staple in this country at one time. Venison. I know very few black folks probably go out and shoot deer. White folks go out every year and shoot deer. But civilizations, there's nothing good about it because it denies you the right to take care of yourself. There's nothing beautiful about it. And then when men took charge of the civilization, the first slave that they made was the women, because the women were too weak. They couldn't fight. They had to submit to whatever the men decided that's what their role going to be in society. And as you know, in a patriarchal society, the women end up being abused and exploited. And as civilization grew, men fight each other, for domination. And so next thing you know, one man is putting another man under slavery because, we got to feed our civilization. We got to, the greatest expense to a business is labor costs. So we go out here and we find we're not going to, the first people you enslave, a lot of folks did, was themselves. Europeans enslaved themselves. Matter of fact, that's where the word slave come from. The Slavic people in Europe, they were made slaves in Europe. Slavery been around a long time. You make slaves out of yourself. And then when you get strong and stronger and you begin to travel and move out, you find weaker people, you kick them in the ass and make slaves out of them and do your work for you. So city dwelling is just bad, period. And that is also one of the things that Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign, one of the future things that we need to work upon is a different way of living, a different way of life. But we're dealing with Pan-Africans and pro-black folks that's delusional. And actually human beings are delusional in their mind, period, because for some reason they think just because the earth is a big ass ball, you can screw and make all the babies that you want to, and it's always going to be happy, happy, joy, joy. That's not how it works. If you get a 16-ounce bottle of soda and you empty it, you can only put 16 ounces of any other fluid in it. It cannot accept no more. It overflows, and you got a big mess on your hand. Everything has a limit. When you go and sit, when Aaliyah Pork Chop Muhammad sit her fat ass down to the table, she can only eat a certain amount of food. And she's limited to 3 plates. I done seen that big fat hog chug down 2 plates. I'm still messing around with 1, and she looking at me, you ain't hungry? I'm like, hell, I'm and after she get down to her 3rd plate, she's still not done. She got to have her cake and her ice cream. But she has a limit. Her stomach has a limit. You can't just keep going on and on. But when you listen to Pat Africans and these pro-black folks, when you listen to them and according to their teachings and beliefs, God said, screw, 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 and make all the babies you want to. That's a blessing from God. No, everything is limited. Even in the animal kingdom. When animals put themselves of overpopulation, the problem is going to be starvation. That's what comes next. Because all these, even though the earth is a big ball that travels at 1,037 and 1/3 miles per hour, I learned that stuff from the Nation of Islam. It can only handle a certain amount of human beings, a certain amount of life. The earth is 75% water, okay? You can only live on land. You cannot live in the damn water. And the land, the 25% land that's left, a lot of it human beings cannot use. So the human beings that's growing in population, almost 7 billion strong now. I think it's 7 billion, close to 7, but 5 billion, real close. Pretty soon this is going to come to a head because what people don't realize, we cannot drink salt water. Our fresh water is being poisoned, it's being polluted, and it's dwindling. I think Brother Taalik just talked about it last week over there. I think it's in Utah. Is it Utah? Las Vegas? One of those areas.
Yep.
The water table, they've been having a 20-year drought. The water table is low as hell. Not too long ago, in the Georgia area, they was getting ready to fight over water. In Georgia, the Atlanta area, they was getting ready to go fight over water. Just so happened it rained just in time. Those people was getting ready to have a feud fighting over water. You cannot drink salt water.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you cannot drink salt water. But see, we got our water right now. You can go to the sink with your happy ass, turn on there, and you can drink and be merry. All things come to an end. You got too many people, and the resources aren't there. So at the rate we going, and the resources are dwindling, and guess what? You cannot eat a pretty car. You cannot eat diamonds. You cannot drink, you cannot drink Grammy Awards, all this stuff that we value. That don't mean nothing.
Versace's.
Yeah, wearing Versace purses and all. That don't mean nothing. When the water and the food levels starting to get scarce. So what's going to happen?
Your gold. You can't drink gold.
You can't drink gold, like a lot of people say. Save your gold. Save your silver. You cannot. Do you remember Gilligan's Island?
Yeah. That sitcom used to come out in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the Gilligan's Island, and the millionaire Gilligan.
Yeah, with the shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now that millionaire was on that island. His money didn't really mean nothing. Now they tripped off of it because they thought one day they might get off the island. But the money don't mean nothing when it comes to survival. Okay, so what you think gonna happen to us as a people and the resources started getting lower and lower and lower, and we got Jordan shoes, but we don't have no land, we don't control no resources, we don't have a damn thing. What you think gonna happen to us? Either you're gonna get to the point where you're gonna be happy to be a slave to get a drink of water. That's what's gonna end up happening to your children. Your children gonna be happy to become a slave so they can get a piece of bread. And a lot of them gonna have to die because it's too many human beings, and you don't have the resources.
Let these crackers think about. Let these crackers cut off that 501 thing where they exempt them religious organizations and them churches and stuff from paying taxes, and see what really go down. You ain't gonna even have them to feed your ass no more.
Nope.
The ones and that's mostly the ones who operate them food pantries too, by the way.
Right.
Yeah. When you got to stand in them long lines for food and stuff. Yeah. So
I mean, see, Pan-Africans and pro-black folks are delusional because they think just like the Peckerwood. They are wasteful. They are materialistic, just like the Europeans. There's no difference, and you're not looking at the future. You're not looking at the. They're looking at the planet like children look at parents, like money grow on trees. This planet can only handle a certain amount of life on it. So the Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign, we're looking down the road, and we're looking in a manner where we're going to have to, if we are to survive, there's certain steps, there's certain things you're going to have to do in order so that we can survive. Because it's really every man for itself, the survival of the fittest. And some of us going to be put in that situation where, like I said, your children are going to be happy to pick cotton for a piece of bread. The resources are doing it. The resources are leaving. The ones who control the resources are the ones who are going to be the most on the top of the food chain. The ones who control no resources are going to be the ones on the bottom. You're going to die, or you're going to be put on that damn plantation back again, physically. Now, there are a lot of those who don't believe that. That's because they don't think at all and don't see the reality of the situation that we're in. And see, a lot of these old heads, like, why should Minister Farrakhan care? His ass will be dead probably, probably this year, early next year. His time is over. I shouldn't even care. My time is over. But you younger people and your children and your children's children, they looking, it's bad. And you're not guiding them, and you're not telling them the truth, the reality of the situation that they're facing. We run around here, only thing we want to do is get drunk, get high, watch TV, play on social media, pretend we believe in God and go to church every Sunday and do a whole lot of screwing. Get me a condom. Get me a big one. And we be laughing. Ha ha ha. You ain't gonna be laughing in the next few years, I can guarantee it ain't gonna be nothing to laugh at. And if, like we say here on this platform, if the right situation happened, we still might be alive. I didn't think that I'd be alive messing around with some damn coronavirus crap. Here I am messing around with coronavirus. Like, what the hell is this?
Brother, I just want to throw one thing in there about that. I was just thinking about something tonight when I was coming home from school, right? And I said, if America can't deal with this COVID situation like other countries was able to, even Canada was able to handle this COVID situation better than we was.
Yeah.
If something worse comes than this COVID-19 situation, imagine what will really go down in this country. That's all I got, man.
Yeah. And I want to make another point, and we're going to call it a night. Because Brother Taalik was talking about traveling tonight. Also, before I continue, I did see our sister Ann is in the house. Nana is in the house. How you doing, sweetie pie? What's up? Sister Ann is in the house. I was going to call you. You was missing for a while. We didn't see you comment. Glad to know you well. She's playing Keno. Whatever that is. I guess some kind of card game. I ain't never played Keno before. I don't know what that is. Is that some kind of gambling? She might be at the casino playing. Win us some money, Sister Ann. Like $2 million. I want to make this point, since Brother Taalik was talking about traveling. There's a lot of pro-black, Pan-African folks. Yeah, she says gambling. she at the casino. Look. These folks always talk about traveling. Oh, the reason why you don't know nothing about going back to Africa and you talking all that crap. Hey, what's up there, Z-Man? Your mind is closed up. You need to travel the world. Oh, the topic is Taalik chose was some traveling and living in the big cities. And we just getting ready to close it out. And I wanted to just make this one last point before we call it a night.
Volunteer to take this old bird out of her misery.
Cletus! Don't you dare say something like that about Mama.
Oh, no, you ain't got to protect me from Cletus. Come on, Cletus. Come on. Come over here. Come on in. Let's show walk. Come over. Then you're going to limp back. You walk over, but you're limping back.
Yeah. You know, for real. So, like I said, all I can say is, hey, each is to his own, like they say, but leave us alone over here at Operation Exodus, Mississippi, aka Reality Temple on Earth. Leave us alone.
Alcoholics Anonymous. It works. Look us up in the phone book.
Never lie, steal, cheat, or drink. If you must lie, lie in the arms of the person you love. If you must steal yourself away from bad company. If you must cheat death. And if you go goddamn drink that takes the moments and the breath away. Trump life.
I told him to just leave the Capitol, and in response they yelled, "No, man, this is our house. President Trump invited us here. We're here to stop the steal. Joe Biden is not the president. Nobody voted for Joe Biden. I'm a law enforcement officer, and I do my best to keep politics out of my job. But in this circumstance, I responded, well, I voted for Joe Biden. Does my vote not count? Am I nobody? that prompted a torrent of racial epithets. One woman in a pink MAGA shirt yelled, "You hear that, guys? This nigger voted for Joe Biden." Then the crowd, perhaps around 20 people, joined in screaming, "Boo, fucking nigger." No one had ever called me a nigger while wearing the uniform of a Capitol Police officer. In the days following the attempted insurrection, other black officers shared with me their own stories of racial abuse on January 6th. One officer told me he had never, in his entire 40 years of life, been called a nigger to his face, and that streak ended on January 6th. Yet another black officer later told me he had been confronted by insurrectionists in the Capitol who told him, "Put your gun down and we'll show you what kind of nigger you really are."
And whatever, you goddamn right, I fucking drink. I drink, whatever. I ain't drink today. I had a shot today though, but I fucked up last night though. That was my moment.
Cuckoo cutter knows how I feel about the Pan-African mindset and all this blackity black stuff. I kicked all those type of people off my platform. All these, I love Jesus and gods and the spirit. I kicked all of them off my platform. I don't have time for all that old emotional obsession with this going nowhere ideology. And it is not taking you nowhere. They don't want to hear that. They want to continue to be the big ass loser that they are. I'm a winner. I don't want to be around losers. Pretend winners. You need to travel the world. Oh, the topic is Taalik chose was some traveling and living in the big cities. And we just getting ready to close it out. And I wanted to just make this one last point before we call it a night. Speaking of traveling, you don't know what you're talking about. See, they know I drive a truck. Z-Man said, "What's up, Taalik?"
Oh, yeah, what's up? Tell them I said what's up. What's good?
Yeah. So, you don't know what's happening. You don't travel. Now, they would say, I haven't traveled the United States, but they know I drive trucks, so now they talk about, I need a passport. I do have a passport. So what? I've had a passport for years. Who gives a damn? But this is the point that I want to make. Now, I grew up in a small town right across the river from St. Louis, Missouri. And I never left that small town until I was about 18 years old. Never. So I was an adult
living in a small town and never went nowhere. Now, now this is the 1980s. So we don't have the technology in the 1980s like we do now. Okay. But we still had television. I saw New York on television. I saw Los Angeles. I saw Texas, parts of Texas on TV. The television brought me the world. And I had an idea of what Los Angeles was and what New York was and blah, blah, blah. But I never been to those places. Now, I get on a truck. And I was really, really excited because I never traveled. I want to make this point. Traveling is visiting. Traveling is not living nowhere. There's a difference. So what you traveling? Traveling is you take your happy ass to a certain spot, take you a dump, get in your car and leave. That's what you do. Traveling. There's a difference between traveling and actually living somewhere, living under the laws and the policies within the culture of foreign ass people that you don't know nothing about. It's a whole different ball game. Traveling. Traveling, you ain't nothing but a damn visitor. That's all you are. You are a visitor. So I got on a truck. I've never been nowhere in my life. And all those places that I used to see on TV, I traveled to. I traveled to New York City. I traveled to Los Angeles. I traveled to Detroit. I traveled to Dallas. I traveled. And when I got there, it was like what I saw on TV. I visited the Statue of Liberty. I went across the Grand Canyon. I went to the Grauman's Chinese theater where all the celebrity movie stars put their foot in the cement. I done seen all of it. But I saw it on TV first. The point I want to make is, it's nice. I was boots on the ground. I actually was in Los Angeles. I actually was in New York. I actually was in so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. I saw it on TV first. TV allowed me to go to places where I physically didn't have to go. And I'm like, it was like I already been there before because TV already showed me these places. Like, so what? And then you meet people that live in Los Angeles, California, and Detroit, and New York, or whatever. You meet people and talk to people from there. So what? In America, there's people all over the world here. Matter of fact, we got some new people gonna be here that's coming here right now, and they from Afghanistan. And they're gonna come here, and they're gonna get hooked up, and they're gonna progress and build and have businesses and outperform us, and just got their happy ass off an airplane coming from Afghanistan because the pro-black folks and all these idiots that's supposed to be so damn smart can't get their damn act together. That's another story. You got people coming from Afghanistan. In 10 years, they're going to be doing way better than us. That don't make any sense. And a lot of those people from Afghanistan don't have a dime. They come in here only with the clothes on their back. And in 10 years, you're going to be begging them for a damn job. Can I work at your gas station? Can I work at your school? You've been here 400, 500 years and can't do no damn better because of the white man. No, because of your happy ass. Listen to these stupid ass Negro bastards. that ain't taking you nowhere, except the church. Okay, so what do I learn? This is 2021. I got a passport. I could physically go to Afghanistan. I could physically go to anywhere in Africa. I could physically go anywhere in the world that I want to go. And it proves what? That I was there? What do it prove? What do it prove if I go to every country in Africa? Do that prove I'm a damn African? No, it don't. It proved that I had a passport and I didn't get my ass shot up and kidnapped in one of them damn crazy ass African countries. That's what it proved. This is 2021. You don't physically have to get on an airplane or a boat and go nowhere. You can go anywhere on the earth right there in your house. You don't have to travel. You can go on the internet and talk to any African person in any African country, wherever they are in the world. It's African people on the internet. You can talk to people in France on the internet. You don't have to travel and go to meet nobody. There's websites and applications where people all over the world talk to each other. You don't have to go. What do it prove? What do it mean? What do it prove? Except I'm spending and wasting money for no damn reason. I got to get a passport and I actually have to go. I can turn on my TV and I can see a hyena or an elephant or an anaconda. And that's where I'm going to see it because I don't want to be around them kind of animals. I don't want to be around them in real life. This is 2021. This is the age of information. You don't have to travel the world to experience nothing no more. You can do it right in your house, sitting, watching TV. Okay, so there's many black folks that go to Africa. There's many black folks that travel the world. So what? You still a Negro slave. What do it prove? Because your happy ass can travel the world. And a lot of these folks travel the world. A lot of them do it for business, but a lot of them do it just because they can show off because I got money. I mean, how much of the world can you see? I know when I was driving a truck and driving in these 48 states, it got boring. I saw New York every damn week. I saw Los Angeles every week. I saw Texas every week. Hell, it got boring. So if you're a real traveler and travel the world, it's got to be boring. You done seen every damn thing. Somebody who's a world traveler like our brother Michael Jackson, you know, he's doing his job traveling the world, but you don't think that's not exciting no more. He been everywhere. So what? And what did Michael Jackson learn? Because when you're traveling, you are visiting. And the bottom line is, if you go live somewhere, you living under another man, his culture, his policy, and his laws. I don't want to go to no damn Africa. Living under foreign laws and policies and cultures. There's a sister that's my Facebook friend. She just moved to Japan to live under somebody else's culture, their laws, spending their money. Don't you want to do something for yourself? Don't you want to be in a position you can create your own money system, your own currency, your laws, your policy, somewhere that you can call your own? Ain't you tired of going somewhere and somebody telling you, well, you can't cross this border, you got to qualify, you got to have this kind of passport? I want to be the one that makes the criteria. If you come here, you got to qualify and put this on your damn passport. I want to be the one in control. I want to be the leader. You want to go to Africa so you can be under the control and rule of other folks. Ain't nothing exciting about that. And go to Africa. The hell with Africa. so you can live under the control of another man. We have been here in this country going on 500 years. 400 years have been slave, Jim Crow, kicked in our ass. Somebody always telling us it's like being in jail. I haven't been in jail, but a forensic mental institution, that's basically jail. Taalik has been in jail. And when you are in prison, somebody tell you when to get up, when to go to sleep, what you can eat, what you can't eat, what you can listen to, what you can't listen to. Somebody tell you and they control your life every damn day. And you become institutionalized in that damn place. And that's how we are in this country. You have no say-so on nothing. They give you a fake-ass vote to make you feel like you're part of it. And you really could take advantage of it, but you're too silly and you're not that very bright to understand how to take advantage of your voting power. So you're just voting for the hell of it, to feel good. You go to church to feel good. You vote to feel good. You get married to feel good. Oh, I's married now. I's married now. And you don't even like the person you married for real. The majority of you just want somebody, you just want booty at home. That's all you want. So you don't have to go to the club no more. You don't have to run around here and buy a prostitute. Your piece of booty, your ding-a-ling is right there at home. Folks don't know about no damn love and caring about nobody. You know, folks in 2021 have become so damn heartless, have no emotion, no compassion. It's all about what they want, what they need. That's what you hear from the pro-black folks. When we talk about the Mississippi campaign, they always talk about what they want. I don't want to do that. This is what I want. I can't do it. It's all about what they want. They don't give a damn what is in the best interest of us as a people. Selfish bastards. Only thinking about themselves. I don't want to live around no white people. You been living around white people all your life. Sit your dumb ass down. That's the most dumbest, silliest stuff I ever. The ones that's talking that crap. I don't want to live around no white people. I don't want to live around no homosexuals. I don't want to live around no interracial couples. You've been living around people like that all your life.
Go up there to Seattle and tell them that.
Yeah. A lot of us now.
I'm pretty sure you drove trucks to Seattle.
Yeah, I have.
There's a lot of that jumping off up there.
And we're so integrated now. So many of us have biracial children, and a lot of our relatives have married outside of the race, and we got biracial relatives, and it's all messed up. And you know, that pro-black stuff, it done played out. Like even Brother Bakari. His who is it? His son or his brother? Somebody got a married a white woman, and he it's his son. I guess it's his son because he said that's his grandchild, grandniece or something like that. Anyway, they biracial because they married a white woman or whatever. And he said he's not going to deny what's the word I'm looking for?
Where do you live? We can handle this like men. I will come to where you are and I will whoop your ass. 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 Where do you live? We can handle this like men. I will come to where you are and I will whoop your ass. Black man should want to be with. She's not a sister, she's not a queen, she's a man. And she gives sisters a bad name. Real talk. So brothers, stay away from women like this. Stay away from like this where she's looking at another man from a ghost point of view. And let me tell this to this noble Levine. Let me tell you something. You there is a disgrace. You said you worship Jesus. You claim that Jesus is a black man, but you never seen Jesus. You never seen Jesus. You got black men out here grinding, trying to protect and serve our sisters, and you overlook this, and you still overlooking us. You're an ungrateful piece of shit. People like Rashida, what's her name? Rashida Schroeder, whatever her name is, the so-called dark-skinned activist. She claimed that she didn't hear about the Black Panther comic. She didn't read none of the comic books. She wasn't familiar with it. And then when she finally saw with her daughter, she's bashing the movie, talking about all these people wasn't dark enough. Really? Really? You're an ungrateful piece of shit. You know what? I'm your God. You worship me. And let it be the last time you coming on my chat live disrespecting me. Let it be the last time.
I think he wished that he could be with me sexually. I got a feeling. I got a feeling You know what I mean? I mean, I think he wants some of this. I really do. I think he wants some of this stuff. You know, but I'm too far away. See, I'm too far away from him, and you know, he needs some attention.
Just keep it going. He's going to claim his biracial grandchild. But see, if he was a real Pan-African, that's against Pan-Africanism.
Right.
That's against pro-black. Matter of fact, Ku Cutter, he's not acceptable because he's biracial. He's black, his father was black, and his mother is a Filipino lady. He's not acceptable. He's a mulatto. They don't like mulatto. They said mulattoes are traitors. They said mulattoes are not loyal to nobody.
Damn, wasn't Master Father Muhammad a mulatto?
Sure as hell was. So they claim.
Right.
Now, Master Farad Muhammad was from Pakistan. He wasn't no biracial nut. He was one of them Pakistani guys. You know, that's the story they tell.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So, you know, we living in a time where we are thinking about the now, but you need to think about the future. There's a lot of things that we don't think about at all. Because we don't really have no need. Like when you go to the sink and get you a glass of water, your only concern is when I turn this knob, some damn water better come out. You're not thinking about the process and the how that water come through them pipes and where that water come from to get to your house. Only thing you want, I paid my water bill, and you expect water to come out the faucet.
You ain't thinking about one day when that may stop, too.
Right. Because it has stopped in New Orleans. In many places, it has stopped. In New Orleans right now, they have no electricity, they have no water. And they might not get that going until the end of this month. And in that situation, and see, look, in that situation, it don't make no difference if you stored food up or water, because all of it's going to be underwater. It don't make no difference. So see, when you're dealing with proper leadership, that's their job, is to be concerned with all those different things. When you have proper leadership. And
yes, I got you on mute, brother. I'm about to eat. I got you on mute, so if you close out, I'm still listening.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, proper leadership has to look into all those different things, because proper leadership has to take care of the people now and in the future. And that's what Operation Exodus Mississippi is about. This Pan-African, pro-black stuff, when you listen to them, they only concerned with the now. What I want now. And see, according to Psychiatric, that's a sign of insanity. I want what I want when I want it. That's a sign of insanity. And they are insane. They're nothing but comfortable slaves just trying to find their way. They don't have the mindset. What you're doing is not working. How you're thinking, what you're doing is not working. They look so stupid trying to put a square peg in a round hole. It's not working. But they steady, these Pan-Africans and this pro-black stuff, they steady trying to do it. And you see it's not working. But they're so self-righteous and arrogant to admit. But one day they're going to find out and they're going to learn. We wish we had listened to that small group of people over there screaming soul power. Those people under the umbrella of what we call the Reality's temple on earth. Because we understand we're more than a skin color. And we're facing something way greater than what we think. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I've learned a lot. I've messed around with that pro-blackness garbage for 45 years. It ain't do a damn thing for me. I'm not going to tell you nothing wrong. Don't waste your time with that crap. It's a road to nowhere. Brother Ben X, I'm going to say this, I'm going to close. I saw a post by Brother Ben X, and he's so happy that they bought over 500 acres of land. And that's a nice accomplishment, Brother Ben, that you bought, that you gave to your oppressor, and you still live under the laws and you don't control a damn thing. They can still tell you what you can and cannot do with your land. That's nice, Brother Ben. You proud of that, Brother Ben, that you bought. Y'all went in your pocket and bought 500 acres of land that our ancestors already bled and died for. That the bastards already that stole from our people. Do you know how much land these folks, our ancestors, do you know how much land these bastards have stole from our people over the generations? I ain't giving them a damn dime. They stolen money and land from our ancestors over the generations. And you talk about buying, you happy because you bought the damn land that they stole from your ancestors probably. Giving them a damn dime. Our people already have bled and suffered and sacrificed. We already earned the 500 acres. Matter of fact, we've already earned Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, those states down south. We've already earned that. And you satisfied with some funky crumbs. See, that's what I mean. What can you do with 500? Here, you talk about I'm doing this for black folks or whatever. What is 500 acres of land going to do for 40 million people in this country? It can't begin to do nothing. Matter of fact, the Nation of Islam cannot even feed itself. They cannot feed. Look, Farrakhan been working for 40 years, and the Nation of Islam cannot feed their own members, cannot house their own members, and can't school their own members after 40 years, getting millions and millions and millions of dollars over 40 years. Something is wrong. You got beautiful teachers, articulate spokesmen, feel-good rhetoric, but when it's all said and done, in the grand scheme of things, you have nothing. That's chump change. 500 acres of land that you bought from your oppressor, that's chump change. They laughing at you. How in the hell is that progress? They sold you the land that they stole from your ancestors, that they stole from the Native Americans. What sense do that make? We got to do things different. We have to have a new mindset and a new strategy. And that's what we're about. And I'm so happy to say also that we have lost a lot of subscribers. And that's exactly what I want. I want to get rid of these two-faced ass folks. They come over here, then they go to our enemies. Then they come back over here skinning and grinning. When I find out who your happy ass is, I'm going to block you. I'm not even going to say nothing to you. I'm just going to block you. And the sad thing about it is they go over to these channels and they make sure that the person know that they are there by writing in the chat room or in the comment section. Like we don't go over there and check them out. I see you in those chat rooms. I see you on those other videos. Now, I really don't trip because you have the right to listen to whoever the hell you want to. But I know when I see you over there and you talking about us over here, you blocked. We just got disrespected on Sister Isis channel, and I just unsubscribed to her. She didn't do nothing about the disrespect. I didn't block her, but I unsubscribed to her channel and I turned off her notifications. See, she's one of those pro-blackity black type folks. They live in La La Land. So this is the time of the purge. And really, it's good that we get rid of her and her kind. I don't know why was over here anyway. Because we don't do that pro-blackity black crap. That's outdated. Nobody interested in that stuff no more. It's a road to nowhere. She's over there trying to get her little clique together, and they're gonna go to the mountains some damn where. I don't know. These folks, they don't know what the hell they want to do. They all pro-black. They all Pan-African or whatever. And they so silly, they cannot even unite among themselves. It's thousands of these people that think that way. They cannot unite and do nothing. But then they want to come to the people and act like they act like they got it going on. If you got it going on like that, why aren't all of you united? All these suckers is doing something different. Sister Isis is doing her thing. So-and-so is doing their thing. They cannot unite to save their damn life, but they all pro-black Pan-African. All those Pan-Africans, why they don't support Umar Johnson and build his supposed to be school? They cannot even unite. But they have the answer. They have the solution to the problem of the so-called Negro in America. They've been doing this stuff since the 1930s, the late 1920s. It hasn't done nothing for us. They've accomplished nothing. Whatever they gained, they quickly lost. You should be tired of being a damn loser. You should be tired of living in Loserville. It's time for us to win. That's why I would like to play that song by DJ Khaled. All we do is win. And we're so bad over here, even when we lose, we win. It don't make no difference. Because we know what it takes to really get the job done, to be a real winner. And we're not going to claim to be a real winner until we do win. I don't want no unearned praise. I don't want nobody to cuddle me and kiss my little knee. All that old baby stuff. That's what's wrong with these folk. They all spoiled, getting credit for something they ain't done. You ain't accomplished nothing. You're still a Negro slave, living comfortable in America. Calling somebody a Sambo. You get your water from the same place I do.
I don't know why those guys stick with that guy.
I don't know, soul brother, I don't know how that name is hurting me. Then he says, I have a 90s boombox. I have a 90s boombox. I don't know what year these guys were born. Now, that's a boombox. That is what you call a boombox. I don't have a boombox. But the boombox has been around since the mid-'80s. And Twin Pyramid said I had now some 8 tracks. Let me educate these morons what a boombox look like. Because everything in my house is up to date. Everything in my house is up to date. Because everything, like I said, everything in my house is up to date. I want to say something real quick. He got one of his spies on here. This guy Twin. He got one of his spies on here. Get the fuck off my. Don't come on my shit, B. I don't know who he called himself the Dinkin or whatever. Get your dick riding ass off my shit. Don't come on my shit. You're blocked. You're blocked. Get the fuck out of here.
You can have it as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, you hear that? Radio. Coach Honeycutt says you can take that home with you if you like.
What my mom and dad taught me. Birds of a feather flock together. All them niggas is crazy, and that go for Miss Ann, the twins, and all the rest of them. And that's just how I feel. And y'all can do what y'all want to do. Come on at me.
Because everything in my house is up
what
to
I
date.
feel.
Oh,
because
no.
we have
What happened with Miss Ann? What happened with Miss Ann? What happened?
Miss Ann is all with Lauren. She's all with Lauren, Karen. She's with
everything in my house is up to date.
Angel, just go on and do your thing. Start you another page. Get you another convention or whatever she was saying. You know, it's going to be all right.
I don't have
and all this kind of stuff. But he come back saying, you know me. You know I live for this.
That's why I said I think it's him. That's why I said that.
Any crazy names like that, yes. You know, when you see Fat Albert and Barry.
Now that's a boombox. Yeah, Jerry Springer, all these others.
What's his name? Barry White. Oh, Barry White.
Yeah.
He using Luther Vandross and all them, so you know it's him because Luther Vandross and them are dead.
Yeah. Now that's a boombox. That's sick.
He is very sick.
Using my Reese name. Going in folks' chat room under my Reese name.
Sad.
Well, for anybody out there that got any kind of bad rap from Aaliyah Muhammad, it was not me. That nigga probably been doing me the same way, going in different groups with my name and arguing with people and tripping on people because he got that information.
There we go. I don't have a lot to say. Come to see Terry. That's Terry, Cindy, Ron. We can talk. I don't know why people don't like talking to me. I don't bite. I don't think. Terry Ellis will tell you I don't bite. You know. So anyway.
She's a lady, sophisticated lady, mother of mankind. Ooh, she's so divine. The charm of a girl, she's the strength of the world. Like a diamond in the rough. She's sweet, but she's tough. She's meek, she's mild. Takes care of business with a smile. The warm attitude, so cool when you're rude. Sweet when she freaked out.
calling somebody Uncle Tom and a mammy. You work for the white man. You go to the white man's grocery store, use the white man's electricity, white man's gas, drive the cars that he make. They got a lot of nerve to call somebody Uncle Tom and Sambo. Like they better. And you go to the same, and you'll get put in the same jail where everybody else go to, like they better. Absolutely, Deacon. Pro-black trash. Absolutely. I'm sick of it. And the reason why I'm sick of it, because clearly it does us no good. It has done nothing for us. If it was doing something for us, I wouldn't have nothing to say. But it's not. And we look stupid, keep trying to put a square peg in a round hole. On that note, thank you, Deacons, for these beautiful videos, these awesome, high quality, very creative videos. We got another one coming. And glad to see our sister Nana. She's gonna win us that $1 million so that we can take care of some business at the casino. Thank you, Brother Taalik, for your topic that you gave us tonight. And Brother Razzie, Mellow Cap, out there somewhere. Thank you all for supporting us. Thank you, y'all, for stepping up when Sister Nova tripped. And I'm very sure Sister Nova is having some regrets. But that's what happens. Don't think when you allow your emotions control you and you don't sit back in the cut, take your time and think. Because this ministry made her strong. And now she's out there roaming around back into the darkness. Back into the darkness. This is the place to be. There's only two people in this world. Either you real or you fake. One or the other. There's no in between. I would advise all of us to put aside our pride, look at the situation, accept the reality of things, get on board the soul train.
You're welcome. You're welcome, brother.
Yeah.
I heard you. You're welcome.
Okay. Get on board the soul train. And let's take care of business. Also, subscribe to Brother Taalik's channel, Eric Bell. You get a chance. I put the link in the, also the link, it won't be on this video because I got it from my phone. But Deacon said, good eating, Taalik. Heard you smacking your lips.
Wow. Okay. All right.
That must be some good pork chop. I don't think Taalik.
If it was, it ain't no shame in my game.
I know that's right. Me either. If I want to eat some pork chops, I damn sure gonna eat some pork chop. I don't trip off that stuff no more. But yeah, subscribe to Brother Taalik's channel, Eric Bell. The autobiography is out. You can check that out. The autobiography is out on Amazon. In the Grip of Monsters. Being falsely accused by serial killer Anthony M. Ross. You can check that out. Hardcover. Available also on Kindle. Also, our number one priority is Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. Subscribe to Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. If you haven't, do that. Check out the promotional video. Take your time. If you really don't understand, like that Piggly Wiggly Karen running around here talking that crap, she never understood nothing about the Mississippi campaign. And she sounds so stupid. She didn't even try to learn. She's been around us all this time and still don't know what the Mississippi campaign is about. If you have any questions, if you need clarity, be free. Always feel free to come to us so that we can clarify, so that you can get an understanding. It's really simple, but if you feel as though you don't understand what's going on, you can always bring those questions to us. But don't be like that faceless troll, Alquan, and be silly and stupid, because he knows he just want to try to. He's just a troublemaker. That's his whole thing. He wants to be smarter than everybody. He knows the answer. He knows the hard questions. He just want to be better than everybody, hiding behind a picture. If you're so smart, show us what you're doing and how you're getting the job done so we can help your happy ass. And if you notice, he don't show his work either. Gabe Nollywood Jr. don't show his work, and Alquan don't show his work. None of these suckers show the work that they claim they're supposed to be doing. None of them. There's nothing to show. Just want to hate on folks. Hate on us, because if you did what we talking about, you'll be put in heaven almost overnight. I guarantee. So on that note, thank you everybody for joining us this evening. Again, thank you, Brother Taalik, for your message. The deacons, Sister Nana, Mello, Razzie, the whole Reality Temple platform, those who are listening and those who will be listening to this broadcast at a later date. Subscribe, like, all that kind of good stuff. If you want to donate to the platform, you can. The information is in the description box on any of our recent videos. I don't know if it's going to be here because it's coming from my phone, and the description box is all messed up. But as Don Cornelius used to always say, as in party, until next time, I wish us love, peace, and soul. And we are Audi 5000.
Peace out, brother.
Yeah.
People all over the world.
Donate to Akon. I got the answer. I can handle the hard question.
See, they say that Angel Snub 7 don't care about the people. But Angel Snub 7 cares about the people, because I'm bold enough to tell you the truth, and I don't give a damn if you give me a dime. I'm not looking for your money.
This is it. Shoe Show is celebrating 50 years in business with a huge warehouse sale this weekend, and this weekend only save big on all of the top brands that you and your family want to wear. Nike, Skechers, Reebok, Timberland, New Balance, and more. All of the top brands, all of the popular styles, and over 60,000 pairs to choose from. So listen, if you wear shoes, then you must be at the Shoe Show warehouse sale this weekend. Take I-85 to exit 55 and then follow the signs and go online at shoeshow.com. The Shoe Show warehouse sale this weekend only.
I hate you, Shoe Show. I hate you, Shoe Show. I should do. I'm gonna get in my car and make a bad video about Shoe Show. Matter of fact, this date is over. I'm going to get in my car and go all the way to Shoe Show and protest Shoe Show. I got fired from Shoe Show. I got fired from the law firm. I got fired from the bus station. I'm tired of getting fired. Well, lady, maybe the whole problem is you. You got an attitude. You don't know what you want to do in your life. They won't let me go back to Shoe Show. I Shoe Show finna get the hell out. This woman pregnant out. Oh, get out of my house. Get out of my house. I'm gonna call the Shoe Show. I'm gonna call Shoe Show on you. I wanna go back to the law firm. I wanna go back to the law firm. Let me get the hell out of here.
I can kick rocks.
With they bitch ass.
Yeah, right. I can kick rocks.
With they bitch ass.
Yeah, right. I can kick rocks.
With they bitch ass.
Yeah, right. I can kick rocks.
With they bitch ass.
Yeah, right.
Angel Snap 7 is right. He's right about that. You live with your fucking enemies. This shit is supposed to happen to your motherfucking ass because you're living with your enemies. You're living among your enemies. There is an old saying, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I want y'all to think about that. I want y'all to think about what I just said. that, whatever, the lines that women have on their hips and on their buttocks areas, and no, I don't have cellulite. I don't have cellulite. Okay? I do not have cellulite. That's a shade that my arm is in right now as I'm holding this camera. But anyway, can you look? Ooh! You can't tell me that I don't have a juicy ass. Oh no, you cannot tell me that I don't have an ass. Okay? Because I know I got a juicy ass. I can't dance worth a damn, but shit, I got an ass. I got an ass. Okay? Oh! What do you think? Do you think I have the body to be a porn star? Bitch, why would I make that up?
Well, actually, she didn't say that, but
fuck, I don't give a shit.
That's not what she was saying.
Who is she talking to?
She was talking.
Because I've been closed my motherfucking legs.
She was making reference. She was making reference to Karen at that time.
I know she was.
But,
I know she was.
But anyway,
I know she was talking about Karen. I know she was talking about Karen.
Yeah.
I know that. I cook nothing but hamburger helper. That's all I'm cooking today. Hamburger helper. I gotta taste the hamburger helper today. So I went up to the store. I just got back and I'm cooking my hamburger helper. Yeah, psychopaths and sociopaths don't realize what they do to people who don't bother. Exactly. Will cause them to massive anxiety. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, they know what they're doing. They're doing that shit on purpose. They know what they're doing. Oh. I know. I'm sorry. I know. I pissed somebody off. I know I did by the way I'm saying, what I'm saying. By what I'm saying. Anyway. All right, thank you. Child. Whew. I'm making folks uncomfortable, y'all. I'm making folks uncomfortable. So I gotta leave. I gotta leave the store. Hey, oh yeah, this used to be shoe show. I used to work here. Okay. So I came over here. I just came over here to talk about my experiences when I used to work for this manager. Yeah, when I used to work for this manager here named Terry. And, this was the location over here. Well, it's different. It looks different now. So, yeah, I just came by to talk about my experiences. I used to work at a shoe show. So what? I thought you were arguing with the sign out there. No. I wanted to let my audience know about my experiences of being harassed and bullied by the manager. To somebody. Yeah, I am seeing somebody. Yeah. His name is Taalik. I am talking to somebody. Yes. I look at the porn industry like any other job. You understand? Like, it's honestly, I look at it as any other job. Like, prostitution is
one of the oldest professions on the planet next to being a paid soldier. Prostitution is like one of the oldest professions on the planet. Okay?
And so you have a lot of people out here that actually want to worship Satan. I want Satan to be my daddy. Satan is the God. And when you really look at it, Satan really is the way to go. He's the better between the two. We really should be spoiled. But this father, this God, got a serious mental problem. Hateful. You twin, you gonna do what I say. Right? I'm gonna punish you for 400 years. I'm gonna rape you. I'm gonna let these people cut your baby out the womb and smash his head into the ground. Because you did not obey me. Wow, what kind of parent is that? I'm gonna let Adolf Hitler put you in a gas oven. And lynch you. This is what this God, this father does. Because you didn't obey my commandments. Bah, bah. See, that's not my story. The deacon says God was a child molester. That's what happened.